plays with a little bit of heart and can get into corners and muck it up. And I meant to say muck it up there. I didn't mean to say the other
Okay,
one.
good. Because
Muck it up.
This is the 10 Minutes with Andrew podcast.
Now he's thinking about me every night. Oh, is it that sweet? I guess so. So you can't sleep, baby, I know that's that me.
welcome back to 10 Minutes with Andrew. I am, of course, Andrew. I'm again joined with Mark Chancey. Welcome back to the show.
Good Sunday morning to you.
Sunday morning.
What's happening?
Not much.
Not much. My team lost again last night in hockey.
No, your team won.
No. I said I was going to start cheering for the Habs.
No, you did not.
So I cheered for them Thursday night, and the Leafs beat them. And I cheered for them last night, and the Leafs... No, hang on. The Leafs beat them. So you know what I'm going to do this year?
What?
Any team that's playing against the Leafs, I'm going to cheer for. Because what I have learned is no matter what team I cheer for...
They lose.
They lose.
It's true.
I have all kinds of examples like the Blue Jays, the Leafs...
But, like, speaking of the Habs...
The President's Cup. Speaking of the Habs...
The poor Patrick Laine. He
2 minutes in.
2
out
minutes
with a knee
in,
injury.
knee-on-knee collision. He's out with a knee injury, and he's had some problems over the last couple of years too. He was in the player assistance program last year, so hopefully he's fine. Hopefully he's
Who knows?
okay.
I have bigger fish to fry. Are you ready for me to fry my fish?
I am.
Okay,
It's a bad smell.
I'm gonna take you back.
It seemed like in spring the new structure with Donnie as coordinator was a source of optimism and some change on the offense. But with the results,
You remember
not
this is
following
our buddy
why
Ross
is it that you still
Atkins?
believe
Yeah.
that that's
Talking about how the
positive
team is so
Yeah.
much better.
Because of the
Listen,
smaller signs, the compete, the fight, the no rollover, that's been consistent with our team this year. It's been consistent with our staff. And the things that I mentioned about our process, that we've changed the messaging and the content, we've changed the delivery, and there is complete buy-in. We don't have someone pulling in a different direction.
and you'll remember, he went on to say probably 6 times that they had the talent on this team
The time and the talent. Yeah.
to turn it around.
Yeah.
Well, our friend Kevin Gosman
Ooh, Gosman.
sat down with the Toronto Sun yesterday.
I saw the headline. I didn't see the article.
Quote, "I'm sick of the talent talk." Gosman said in an interview with the Toronto Sun this weekend, a cardboard packing box filling up beside his clubhouse locker. "We're so talented, this and that. We've got to start winning games. We've got to figure it out. We've got to do it quickly. I'm only getting older. Bassett is only getting older. If we want to win with this group, it has to happen soon. So what are we going to do?" End of quotes from Kevin Gosman. Well, I don't think Kevin Gosman believes they have the time or the talent.
I don't think so either.
So the Blue Jays now sitting at 74 and 87.
Let me ask you
if
this.
they lose today, they finish 14 games under 500.
Yep.
They are struggling with the 61 and 100 Miami Marlins.
They are.
And the Marlins reached 100 wins long before they came to Toronto because all they've done in Toronto is win.
Yeah.
So I still hold out a little bit of hope that when this S show of a season
Yeah.
ends today, someone above Shapiro cleans house
Listen,
and gets rid of the bozos
let me ask you this.
that have done this to this great baseball nation.
How much input does Kevin Gosman, how much did that really, make a difference
tell you something.
in the front office?
When the
area?
guys that are getting paid the money start complaining about
It's true. Yeah.
coaching or managing,
Well, Bassett's already
funny
done
how
that.
things change.
Bassett's already done that.
How many hockey coaches have had to walk the plank because the star player didn't like them?
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a joke to think that these bozos are going to be back next
Well,
year
more on that later.
to fix it all. But that's my surprise for you this morning.
Yeah.
We have the time and the talent to turn this around. We've changed the messaging, the content, and the delivery, and we lose today, and we'll finish
Complete
at 74 and 88, 14 games under 500, and all the same bozos are in line to come back next year and give it another go. Anyway, that was my surprise for you this morning because we opened with Sabrina Carpenter, and she's a tad bit new for a guy like me.
Yeah.
She's more for you, so that's one you picked from Licht.
I did pick that one.
Nice beat to it, though.
There was a beat.
I do like that. So I guess the next question is, what are we doing today, my son?
We're playing a game.
Yeah? What game?
Send, save, or delete.
Send, save, or delete. And know this one, and I have another surprise.
I haven't played this one in a
I
while.
have another surprise for you. So send, save, or delete is we've drafted some emails.
We have.
We read them.
Yep.
And we decide based on the content of those emails. If we
save.
agree with it, we're going to send it. Listen to this, like this.
That was.
We send it.
That was
right. If we disagree with it, we're going to delete it. We crumple it up and delete it.
That was.
And if we're not quite sure, we're going to save it to our drafts folder, which I do not have a sound effect.
Okay, I knew you were gonna have a sound effect for that.
I don't know how to have a sound effect for moving it to our drafts folder.
There's no sound effect that they have for
No,
that.
so there won't be one.
I guess not.
So that's it. So we're playing send, save, or delete.
3 emails.
3 emails you have drafted. Have you?
I have indeed.
Okay, so you're going to read the emails,
I
and
am.
we're going to decide if we're going to send, save, or delete them. You haven't played this one in a long time.
Well, the first one we just started talking about before we got into the game.
How did I know? How did I know, eh?
But it's a little different. I worded these questions a little differently. I wanted to sort of make it a little more interesting.
Okay, well, I will also rate your literary ability.
It's not that good. I just thought I'd word them a little differently.
It ain't that good, boy. Go for it.
To whom it may concern,
Good
I
start.
wanted to inform you that one of Ross Atkins, Mark Shapiro, or John Schneider will be fired from their position with the Blue Jays within a week of season's end. If you have any questions, please contact me. Sincerely, Andrew Chansey.
Not happening. Not happening. I read an article. Actually, that's not true. You read me an article the other night.
I did.
About how John Schneider was going to keep all the conversations private.
Yep.
Which to me he's been told you're back. Don't worry about it. We're all coming back. This was just another one-off, which was a one-off from the year before. So this was just a 2-off.
Yeah.
Everybody's coming back. Now, if I was if I did this on hope, I'd be sending that because they need to clean house. Everybody needs to go from the guys that are washing the uniforms right to the top. We need to get rid of this group. They have absolutely destroyed baseball in the Toronto Blue Jays clubhouse with all this talk about time and talent and messaging and content and delivery and bringing in, who is the guy again?
Matt Haig.
Matt Haig, the mysterious Matt Haig, who apparently wasn't quite as incredible as Atkins said he was back in May, because this team has just gone down.
Neither is Don Mattingly, to be honest with you. Like, how is this team?
You get rid of them all. Start over. Start over.
Okay, well,
no pitching. Well, starting pitching is not bad. No bullpen. Can hit.
Today's our last game of the whole season. Thank God.
It doesn't make it right.
No,
and
doesn't.
People have been giving this team a pass ever since the trade deadline. We're done this year. We'll be better next
great
year.
trades at the deadline.
Based on what are we going to be better next year?
Nothing.
Nothing at all. So my question for you is, are you sending, saving, or deleting?
I'm saving.
What? You're saving?
I'm saving.
I don't have a sound effect for that.
I know.
I'm getting all ready to press a button here. You son of a gun. So you're saving it. You think there's a chance?
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, that was... the reason I say this is not just because... Like, we've, for a long time, the whole season, we've been talking about how this needs to change. The whole season, we've been talking about this. It's over. Like, it's all that Blue Jay baseball is around right now is the front office.
Every Blue Jay fan in the country has been saying that since May.
Yep.
But the people that make the decisions don't see it our way.
And the thing about it is, the reason I say save it is because I think there might be a bit of a chance.
Something happened in my eye.
And the
involuntary winking.
It's just because, how can you do this again next year? Really? Like, how? There's no way. There's no way.
It's going to take someone above Mark Shapiro to step up and say, you were making some changes.
But let's say it's, what if they do something like the Leafs do? Okay.
Oh, that was a lot. That's a pretty bad example.
No, but it's not that. What if Shapiro gets told by Rogers, you can keep your job, but Atkins has to go?
Ding, 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 ding. Where's my ding, 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 ding? Oh, right here. Look. Okay, that was a ding.
That was just one. That was one ding.
I'll find it.
What if he says that? Then, like, that's...
I'd be happy.
Yeah, I'd be
Because
happy.
then you bring in a new GM who might even bring in the new field managers.
That's why I say
But
save it.
I want Shapiro gone.
And I was just going to say, that's why I say
was it
save
last
it.
week you read the article, or the week before,
It's 2
about
weeks
how
ago.
neither of them deserve to be in charge of the Toronto Blue Jays?
Yeah.
By Steve Simmons?
Yeah.
100%.
And
None of them
that's
should
why
be
I
here.
say save it, because I think it might happen.
Or is it because save it is like the 50-50? You sit right on the fence.
That's more of it, too. I
Okay.
think.
So you don't want to commit.
No, but I don't want to commit because I also don't want to say delete because I'm just thinking about this. Like they could do that like in a way, but I also think, like you just said, if they get rid of Atkins, it doesn't matter. Shapiro's still there.
Well, I hope they get rid of them. I don't think they will.
And again,
I think the conversations have been had.
Schneider's just been used. I don't know what Schneider's going to have.
and the promises have been made. That's my view.
Yeah.
But like I said, I was wrong once before in 1977. It was a cold, cold winter morning, and I made a mistake. I wore my shoes to school instead of my boots. Poor little feet froze.
That would be a bad thing to do. Yeah.
Yep. I was 5 years old.
That's a shame.
Yep. Froze. You're probably wondering why a 5-year-old is walking to school. If you dig into this, there's a few holes in my story. So that was number one. Andrew is sitting on the fence, will not make a decision. I have committed to crumpling up that email and throwing it into the basket.
Yeah.
So, number two.
Number two.
How about a drum roll? We didn't have
Yeah.
one of those.
No, we did.
You know, I love pressing buttons, right? And I haven't been able to press a lot of buttons in the last few weeks.
No. To whom it may concern.
Again.
Yeah.
I told you to change those up a bit. Ladies and gentlemen.
No, I changed the
Yo.
endings, but when we first started this game, the beginnings were all the same.
Yeah, I know.
I am writing to make you aware that the international team will break their losing streak and win the 2024 President's Cup. Thank you for your patience. Regards, Andrew Chansey.
Nope.
Play that again. I say delete.
The international team. Well, it's your turn.
Okay.
For those that don't know, the President's Cup is a golf competition between a United States team,
Yeah.
and then a team made up of players from every country but the United States,
it can't be
and
Europe.
it can't be from Europe.
Because the Ryder Cup.
So anywhere else you can draw from. Now the talent pool is not as great
No,
as in
not
the
at all.
U.S. and Europe. I mean, Europe has Rory McIlroy, a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah.
So we're always at a bit of a disadvantage anyway. But the President's Cup allows for Canadian players,
It does. And this year it's in Canada.
and it was a 4-day competition. There were 5 matches on Thursday, and the U.S. took them all and led 5-0. I thought, oh my goodness, this is going to be a blowout. This isn't even going to get to Sunday.
Friday was something.
Friday, the International stormed back and won all 5. So it was 5-5 after first 2 days of competition. Yesterday, there was 4 matches in the morning, 4 in the afternoon, and the Canadians played horribly in the morning.
Taylor Pendrith especially.
Pendrith, Connors, and Mac Hughes
Yeah.
played horribly. But, in my opinion, Mike Weir, who's a Canadian, well-known Canadian golf star, major winner,
Yeah.
made the decision in the afternoon to send out the exact same people. And the Canadians, based on their performance in the morning, should have been benched. They left
They
Jason,
really should have.
Jason Day sitting. They left Minwoo Lee sitting. And Mike Weir was asked before it all began, who's your secret weapon that we might not be thinking of? He said Minwoo Lee. And he's a secret weapon, but he didn't play him on Friday, and he didn't play him on Saturday.
Is he playing today in the singles?
So what's the point of having a secret weapon if you're not going to use it?
Yeah.
Everybody plays in the singles
Oh,
today.
yeah. Well, yeah, that's true.
So they're down 4, which doesn't sound like a lot. It's 11-7.
Yeah.
You have to get to 15.5 to win the cup.
Yep.
So the U.S. are much closer than the internationals are. It doesn't sound like a lot. I've seen that lead overcome before. Most recently, I saw the U.S. lose that lead on Sunday.
Yeah.
But it was a Ryder Cup, if I remember correctly. But boy, did they blow it yesterday. And they, in the afternoon, they had 3 of those matches well in hand.
Yeah.
Now, the U.S., to their credit, they are so talented.
They are.
So talented. And the internationals cannot compare that way. But if you're playing on heart and adrenaline, you got a bit of a shot. But the decision by a Canadian to play all the Canadians in Canada, because it's at Royal Montreal, I get it, to me, was the wrong one.
It's
When you
definitely
left
the wrong one.
Jason Day, who's been around a long time and
He
was
is.
playing really well, And Min-Woo Lee was probably one of their best players.
Yeah.
So, no. What was the question? They'll win? No, the Internationals will not win. I'd
I
love
agree.
to see them win, just like I'd love to see the Blue Jays clean house. But I don't see how they're stopping that freight train that is the U.S. team.
I agree. Delete it.
But anyone who doesn't think that watching golf on TV is exciting has not watched this. It is, oh my goodness, your heart is in your throat, thumping away. It is exciting stuff.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of back and forth and some chirping and some other stuff going on that makes it even more compelling to watch. Just remember the name Tom Kim.
I was just going to mention Tom Kim.
He has been a superstar
He has, definitely.
and fun to watch. But they're having a good time in Montreal. I see the boys from Overdrive were there doing
Yeah.
their show.
Play the sound effect for me. I told you earlier.
Oh,
I agree.
It's your turn?
Delete, yeah.
All right, here we go. Andrew is going to
Delete it.
delete it. And why do you say that, sir?
Well, you basically just covered all of it, but yeah. So they need 15.5 to win, but they're not, I don't see them doing it because if the Canadians play like they did yesterday, they got no chance.
They were
Horrible.
in the morning. They were horrible,
Yeah.
almost to the point it was
But
embarrassing.
the best group that I saw yesterday was Tom Kim and the other guy. What's his name?
Siwoo Kim.
Siwoo Kim. That
The
was
Kim
a great.
brothers.
That was
They're
a
not
great,
brothers, but we were calling them the Kim brothers.
yeah. I mean, they were great.
They
Tom
were-
Kim made a fantastic putt. He's made for the President's Cup.
No, 16. 16, the ball was embedded in the rough above the bunker. No one could find the ball. He got a lift and he dropped it back in the rough.
Yeah.
Took a hack at it, pops up, lands on the green, rolls in, they win the hole. It was an incredible moment. And they lost to Scotty Scheffler. Was it Scotty? No, it wasn't Scotty. They were playing Xander.
Xander Schauffele.
They were playing Xander and Patrick Cantlay. Like, Xander and Patrick Cantlay, seriously? Who's beating those two?
The U.S.
No.
need to use like lesser talent when it comes to the President's Cup because the Ryder Cup is when they should use everybody.
Xander and Patrick got thumped on Friday,
Yeah.
7-6, which means they won by 7. They were up by 7 with 6 holes to play.
Yeah.
They didn't make it to the 13th hole.
No.
That's how badly they got beaten, but they poked the bear, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, why would you not use Min-Woo Lee? It just doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't make any sense. He's playing today, but I got to think they're a little bit agitated too by having to watch for 2 straight days.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're at all into golf, you have to watch. It's 12:02 Eastern is the first tee-off time. 12 singles matches. Hopefully it goes a long time before it's decided, but it could be over relatively early in golf terms.
It could be.
So we're on to number 3
Final one.
of send, save, or delete.
It could be.
Don't save it because I don't have a sound effect. Go ahead. Let me guess.
To
whom
whom
it may concern.
Yep. I just wanted to let you know that Nick Robertson will not be a member of the Toronto Maple Leafs. Will be traded before the start of the regular season. Thank you for your cooperation. Best wishes, Andrew Gordon James Chansey.
Andrew Gordon James Chansey.
put that in there.
These are easy.
Deleted all of them today.
Robertson's going to be around. He scored 2 goals last night.
I probably should have mentioned, by the way.
The only 2.
Darren Drieger says that the Leafs might move somebody, and it's not going to be Robertson. It's actually going to be Yarncroke or Camp. That's going to be one of those two. So,
Yeah, Robertson's a bit of a funny issue. He's got a lot of talent.
but the reason I picked Robertson is because of the issue. Like, he didn't want to be here, then he re-signed, and now he's here.
Well-
and he made one of the weirdest plays I've ever seen.
Yeah, he just about killed Willie.
Yeah.
Knocking him off stride and into the shin pad of a Montreal Canadian player on Thursday night.
Yeah.
Robertson demanded a trade and for some reason thought he had leverage.
Yeah. Yeah, Nick Robertson thought he had leverage. I don't know what's going on there.
That was poorly advised. So he's got to make a decision. Am I going to give it everything I got and show the talent I have, or am I going to just do what I've been doing for the last couple of years, complaining and sucking and whining?
Yeah.
So the question is, he'll be traded.
Before the start of the regular season.
Yeah, no chance.
No?
Nothing going to happen there. Maybe a trade deadline if they don't have a place for him. But by then, maybe he's a second line guy. Who knows? He's
Maybe.
got talent.
He does have talent, yeah.
He just doesn't seem to quite have the professional.
But it was a weird
attitude.
situation. Like, you know, he didn't want to re-sign, then he did re-sign, and
Yeah, I thought it was weird that someone at that level
yeah.
thought they had leverage.
Thought he was able to demand the trade.
I've seen other people like that in other organizations, namely in the Montreal Canadiens organization, make those kind of moves, and Montreal just sends you down and you're never to be heard from again.
Yeah.
So be careful what you wish for, Mr. Robertson. Just like show up, put your skates on, play the way you can play, win, try to win, keep winning as your number one focus,
Yeah.
and you'll be just fine.
and don't kill Willie.
And try not to kill the guys that are above you on
Yeah.
the depth chart. So what do you say to that one, my son?
I'd delete it.
Oh, yeah? Good,
Yeah.
I get to have a special button again.
Because I think if Yarncroke or Kampf would probably go, I would assume. I would pick Yarncroke because he's older, but
I can tell you, if the Leafs were to make the playoffs, I'd rather have Yarncroke, a healthy Yarncroke, than Robertson.
yeah, Roberts, yeah, for sure.
Yarncroke plays with a little bit of heart and can get into corners and muck it up. And I meant to say muck it up there. I didn't mean to say the other
Okay, good, because
one. Muck it up. And I like Camp come playoff time, big face-off guy. He's not afraid to get into corners. Robertson, not so sure. He just seems every now and then he gets lazy. Like pushing your stick into Willie's behind to try to speed him up because you don't want to skate harder to get back. I don't know why you would do that in like Game 3 of the preseason.
Yeah.
You might do that in Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals in overtime when the other team has a breakaway and you're trying to get back.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, it makes me question his judgment.
Yeah, especially considering, well, I mean, you said you're not watching this year. So.
Nope, not while they got the great Mitch Marner. But I will be going for any team that's playing against the Leafs. That's who I'm cheering for that night.
Because then they'll lose.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I want the Leafs to do well.
Well, why don't you do that with the Blue Jays?
But I know, see, what's going to happen, Leafs are going to have a good regular season.
Do that with the Blue Jays.
Leafs are going to have a good regular season.
Yeah.
And they're going to get to the playoffs, and they're going to go out in the first round.
Probably.
So I don't know.
That makes sense.
Why wouldn't it? It's
That's just-
like the
it's
sixth
history
year in a
repeating
row.
itself.
We've gone back with the same stuff, expecting a different result. That is the definition
But this is
of
the first year in a row.
insanity.
This is the first year in a row that
the
Shanahan...
first year in a row.
Yeah, that was wrong. This is the first year that Shanahan said, I don't believe in this. He didn't say that, but
He said that last spring.
He said it last spring, and they didn't do
He
anything.
said basically, we don't think maybe this isn't the right group.
And nothing happened.
Nothing happened to the group except you took a C off one guy's jersey and swapped it out for an A. And you brought in a new coach. And you should have done that anyway because it was pretty stale under Sheldon Keefe.
Yeah.
I gave up on him after I watched that Amazon special the year the Leafs and the Habs were in the playoffs against each other. I did not like what I saw from Sheldon
He's like
Keefe.
a AAA hockey coach.
It was rough to watch. And I think that players kind of tune him out.
Back to the question, though. Why didn't you do that with the Blue Jays this year? Like cheer for any
I
team
lost,
playing against
I lost
them.
interest in the Blue Jays come June.
I agree, but
It might have been before that, right? So I didn't care.
says the guy wearing a Blue Jays hat right
I'm
now.
wearing it because it's last day. This is Fan Appreciation Weekend too.
It's
the
true,
end of the
yeah, you're
season,
right,
and they
yeah.
can't win a baseball game against a 61 and 100 by any
You feel
margins.
appreciated?
But you'll notice my Blue Jay hat is black. You know what black represents?
What?
Mourning.
It's true.
I'm in mourning for this team
That's the
and
Father's
this
Day hat.
organization. But when you hit rock bottom, you know what the best part of hitting rock bottom is?
What?
You can only go up.
It's true.
So that's it.
Although Ross Atkins will find a way to go down.
Anything else to cover today?
No?
No, we're all good?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's hear from Sabrina.
Yeah. So thank you for listening and watching this episode of 10 Minutes with Andrew. Find us on YouTube. Be sure to like and subscribe and comment. We're back in the middle of the week with Would You Rather.
The Would You Rather in the middle of the week. Can't wait.
Yep.
See you later.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
So you can sleep, baby, I know that's
Thanks for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons and turn on notifications to be notified when we upload new content. You can also connect with us at andrewchansey.com.